I'm Ilan. In progress. Hi, my name is Ilan Polak. I would like to introduce you to the first part of my journey, the design which is done for my study. So let's begin. Um, let's begin. So my work is with learning to program. And learning to program is an enriching yet challenging. It is challenging because it requires abstract thinking, high cognitive load, and forces the students to deal with errors. And in some cases, it may even elicit programming anxiety. To deal with that, we have a couple of cures. We have social learning. So in social learning, we have modeling where students can see other students or their teacher showing them how to do it, and it kind of is that it is something passable. And working in collaboration can reduce anxiety. With peer interaction, we know from literature that constructing knowledge is done better. And also vicarious learning is when you learn with your peers and you cope with things together, it also reduces cognitive load and helps you. And then we have our good friends for a couple of decades, the social robots. We know from literature that social robots can serve as peer tutors. They can improve cognitive and emotional outcomes, boost engagement, and increase self-efficacy. Great. What's missing? Generative AI. Generative AI is here for a couple of years, and teachers and students alike are using it for programming or learning to program. It gives you personalized guidance using chats. You can have instant feedbacks. You have flexible and relevant explanations. And code snippets, you get code snippets that you actually can use and utilize inside your code. So what if we can take all of this and integrate it into one big system? Okay, think about a robot that has an engine of generative AI and is there with you. So you can actually use this entire system to learn how to program. So if I try to formalize it, we have a few goals. We want to integrate a programming tutor that has a generative AI-powered social robot. That robots will work in real time and track your code errors, give you hints, help you, and that would happen instantly as you write code. And it will be embedded in a nice now robot, which just doesn't have a shield and a sword, but can actually help you code. And behind the scenes, especially for you, we have a logging framework for learning analytics that would collect data so we can analyze it later. How would it look like? Good question. Here's the answer. Okay, so we have the students sitting in front of the screen. We made a nice software for them so they can actually program, and the robot stands by them and helps them. Let's see that in action. Wait, I'll do it here. Let's see that in action. Okay. We wanted the sound to come out of. Sorry.
Anyway, the sound from the computer is, I think that is good enough.
The sound is nice, but when it will start talking, so hold on. Give me a second to fix that.
You're looking for the Dolby Atmos.
Yeah, I don't know. We fixed it earlier. It's the okay. I don't know if the Zoom will get it. I hope it will. Okay. So Okay.
Let's get started. With the login, and I'm taken to the main study page. This page begins with picking a topic from the course syllabus. I'll select one and press Bring It On. This will bring the task that I have to solve. The task is C program with monthly user phone number and then print whether the number is prime or not. I have 2 units. Let's use one of them. See one step. Use a loop to check the divisibility up to the square root of the number. This is a thing. I can actually ask what and I get the answer here. The output for the 5 should be prime. It's great. So now let me write initial code and see what happens. Okay, now I can ask, how did I do? Okay, it says that this kind of function is a good opposite. I'm almost done. Let's add the percent and see what happens. Hooray!
Okay, I have the first buyer. Great. So this is how the application looks like. So now let's add the robot to that system and see how the complete system is working. So I'll press the robot. Okay. So this was an actual live demo. It was her first time ever to write a C code program. So now that we've seen this system in work, let's take a look under the hood and see how that works. So we saw this configuration. What you saw on screen is actually running on a browser. So your favorite Chrome or Safari, the one that you like, as long as it can run React.js like any modern browser can do. From the browser, we connect to the server, which is implemented in Node.js. And the browser has the connectivity into the OpenAI. So we're using the same ChatGPT engine in our code for any AI interaction. This is how the robot can actually answer to the point when he actually has the context of the code, has the context of the previous ongoing of programming. So this helps us to really give concrete answers. We have a database that collects learning analytics data to be analyzed later. It all runs on Express AI, so all the connectivity is easy to modularize. We have plugin extensions. So, for example, in our research, if we'd like to, for example, to trigger the event of a student that, for the first time, carries out a perfect program. Okay, he's done their first time. I can trigger a questionnaire that will the student will apply for my research, and then take them back to the same page. And the last module is the Python module that controls all the motorics, the gestures, the conversation, all happens there. So first reactions for students. The robot explained very well. It felt very human to me. So here we can see, only from this reaction, we can see two affordances. One is the social affordance that felt really human to me, and the pedagogical affordance. The robot explained very well. In the next reactions that we got, you can see the same patterns again. You can see that we have those two themes. It will be interesting to see the further if further themes will arise later. Some questions. If you noticed, the girl in the video, she was reading what the robot is saying. She didn't look at the robot. She was reading first, and then after she'd done reading, she turned her head to look at him. So it can be really interesting. Did we produce an unnecessary cognitive load? We don't know that. We know that in ChatGPT, when you use the application, it actually writes everything, but it hides it. You can see cloud, and you talk. So it's a point to think of. The balance between answers and guidance is an interesting one, because couple of students were asking again and again the same question, and the robot was guiding them towards, but did not provide the answer, because he told them, you're a teacher now, you cannot just give the answers. So we need to tune this balance. It's an interesting thing. And what brings me to the next insight, the English prompts were part of it. So the implementation was in JavaScript, in Python, and in English. You have to tune the prompt, and for several times I had to calibrate the English phrases that actually changes the behavior of the system. So if you ask, like, what's the future of programming? Know your English first. This is not the most applicable solution for classrooms. We cannot have a robot on each student's desk. First of all, it costs a lot, as Dan mentioned earlier, and it is also the ambience of the class. Like, imagine everyone's talking, like she would shout, quiet, quiet. So it doesn't work. We need to figure out, it's great for personal tutoring. And to complete that, the interplay between the teacher and social robot is also something we need to give a thought. So with that, I'd like to introduce the two research questions that I'll take. And the first one is, how does an AI tutor embodiment shape the student's perceptions of his social and cognitive qualities? Okay, we'd like to see how they think, like, does the robot think? Does the robot has intentions? And also the animacy of the robot, the anthropomorphism of it. And also, since we are introducing a new technology, we'd like to ask, how does the embodiment affect students' views on technology acceptance? For future directions, I can give you 4 additional theses to try. So we have that system. Why cannot we compare pedagogical approach. We can try different educational methods. We can try to see how robot behaviors take place. And we can try different levels of scaffolding, okay? So with that, I leave you with two questions. Can AI tutors do more than just give answers? Can they make learning feel human? Thank you for listening. I'll take your questions now.
Thank you.